All right. All right, folks. Here we go. Like I said, YouTube premiere. I love you guys, and you guys get to see it first on YouTube. But the Patreons, they get to see it right away. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. So, no love lost from you guys, but the people from the Patreon, they get to see the video first. So, this is a Patreon early premiere. The LisaRaye and the Brat that just went down about 20 minutes ago on Fox Soul. What they got something called the Sisters or something, where all these former black R&B singers and stuff get together and start talking, and actresses start talking to one another. And it's LisaRaye's birthday. Happy birthday, LisaRaye! And something very outstanding happened during this live. The Brat comes on to say happy birthday to her sister. Now, no one else has to the whole world know that there is friction. Like, there is some turmoil behind the scenes between these two. So she's like in shock that the Brat is actually speaking out to her. And she just was like, she appreciated the happy birthday. And the reason why she was so shocked was because she has not spoken to the Brat since probably before Christmas of last year, y'all. In 2020, they have not had a conversation. They might have sent a text or something like that to each other, but they have not had a conversation. And, Lisa's from Chicago. Brat's from Chicago. It's not like because they from Chicago, I know everything. No, I actually know a few people that know a few things and know a few things. And actually, one of them from Atlanta, but they from Chicago. But that's beside the point. Uh, this has been going on for a little bit, but they kept it in house until once something spills out and some emotion comes out. Now the whole world talking about it because people couldn't believe it. But as I always told you guys, even when we talk about LisaRaye McCoy, she carries, and I just did a video about her in a beef with what's her name? Stacey Dash. Just last week. I just did that. So right away, you have an immediate problem with someone you should never ever have a problem with. You should never feel that way about your sister. But what you guys got to see today is the LisaRaye everybody else sees on a set. She is very boisterous. She's very much, I'm going to speak my mind no matter what. And that comes off very aggressive to certain people. And they don't like it. I'm not going to throw any other actresses in this, but there's a lot of actresses who would not work with her. They won't do any work with LisaRaye because of this. Because of, how she is. And normally she has been granted this power coming into the scene. Like, that's already been negotiated before she show up on the set. Like, she's the boss. So that's already been negotiated. Now, the problem that ensued and what happened between the two, they touched on it a little bit, but this is why on the Patreon, you guys get it first. So you guys know the truth and know the information and be running with it before everybody else. This is why you pay the money, because you want to know before the rest of the world. So, a lot of you don't know about the Brats situation. The Brat was not openly, even though we all knew, wasn't no surprise, she was still having issues about coming public about her affiliation. You know, she's dated men in the past, but nothing really that serious. Her eyes always wandered for beautiful women. She was always like that. Now, LisaRaye and the Brat, they're half sisters, but forget that, they sisters. And this situation is a terrible situation. It shouldn't even have to be called beef because it's not really beef. They still family to this day. Now that the ice been broke, it should open up for dialogue. You know, the Brat, as tough as she is, she fears no human being. But she showed she will always be the little girl when it comes to Lisa. That's her big sister. When she was little, that was her disciplinarian. That was the one that's gonna make sure her head was right. So the Brat choosing this way to address it was her taking the safe route because she didn't have the courage to do it privately. She'd rather do it publicly where she thought she could ease the conversation, and by being live, Lisa wasn't gonna go that crazy because it was live and she could be able to talk and explain herself a little better because it's hard to communicate with Lisa because she's stuck in her ways. You know, hey, it's just the way it is. I understand that. But here's why it went on. Now, you know, the Brat got married to the girl she's in love with. That she went and married this some girl that I don't really know. They were calling her Big Booty Judy for a minute. But anyway, they were getting married. And they announced that they were getting married and engaged or whatever it is and how that was going. And there was no communication with Lisa throughout that whole process. That you know. Let's talk about what you don't know. Here's what you don't know. Okay, the girl's name is what is it, Jessica? I think they call her Big Booty Judy or something. Her name's like Jessica. Anyway, old Jessica is her fiance or whatever. They met by LisaRaye. LisaRaye LisaRaye is the reason the Brat and Jessica know each other. You know that Kaleidoscope products they were doing? Jessica came and went and did a whole Players Club scene, and they did some videos together. Jessica and LisaRaye. So then they got tight. Then she asked LisaRaye Could she have the Brat come and do some drops for her? And then when they did that, they built a rapport with each other, Jessica and the Brat. And they built a friendship. And after that, the Brat was distant. She never contacted Lisa. And LisaRaye finds out on Instagram that Jessica and the Brat then got engaged. Let me explain something to you. The Brat isn't the one that became distant. I mean, the Brat isn't the only one that became distant. So did Jessica. Getting the point? So the reason why the Brat didn't contact Lisa is because the Brat felt guilty about what transpired. Plus, Jessica was telling her, "Oh, you know how she gonna be? She gonna be extra critical. You can't talk to her." They in their ear chatting, chat. She got what she wanted to get to. She wanted to get to the Brat, so she used Lisa to get there. And she knew Lisa was gonna be very opinionated about their relationship and how what was going on and what to look out for. What does she really want? What is she really after? And the Brat was afraid. The person that been there the whole time, and Lisa was hurt. After all these years you stood next to her, and she always been there for you, and you been there for her, and you decide to go ghost her, and she hadn't done anything, and you ghosted her? Oh, you should know the first time y'all speak and you want to make that live. It cannot stand. She was not finna do the phony fake. Oh, it's my birthday, and you finna try to sugarfoot it over. No, it's got to go up. You wanted it on this platform? You got it on this platform. It's going up right here. There is no reovers, no redos. No, sir. No, thank you. It's going down. You know what this is about? Now, they didn't get into all this on that show. So I don't want to hear somebody tell me, man, you just got that from the show. They never talked about this on that show. The Brat should know. If Lisa's against something, she gonna voice her opinion. You know that. But Brat, you should know what was even worse is for you not to talk to Lisa. You know that's foul. Come on. You know that's foul. And the coward way you took out today, to do it that way, and then pick up a phone and contact her and say, I gotta talk to you. And say, cause I was wrong the way I handled that and I shouldn't have did it. But you try to make it like, well, you know, you're not the easiest person to talk to. She's not. And I know you have that, she's your elder and it's kind of hard. And this was a hard decision for you. You know, if a lot of people don't understand, like for us, it's like we see it every day on TV, news, and everything, movies. They throw it in your face 24/7. So for us, it's like, so you already knew that about the brand. But in her mind, you got to remember, this is her mind. She thinking I might lose a lot of, of what I have, or a lot of respect from the people that know me, or they might look at me different now. Like, oh, you out there like that with a woman? Like you out there? I ain't know you was like that. You ready to marry her? You know, like she was just that would have rocked her confidence, which it basically left her naked to the world. So for her to make that kind of a jump to live her truth, Lisa was happy for it. She's hurt that you didn't trust that she would be happy for you to come out and live your truth. She says she always told you that. Like, just go out there in the world and live your truth. Life is too short. She said she already told you that. So why in the world would you have all that pent up and like not trust your sister? And to go 6, 7 months and try to throw little text messages? No, no, no. You should know you got a problem. And the longer it goes, the bigger that bomb is gonna become. Because she's hurt. It take a lot to hurt Lisa because she has to really care about you. Her heart has to really be open. Her heart has to really be open for her to be hurt like that. She was hurt. And what you saw on the show was just a small sample of her pain. It took everything in her to be able to collect herself and to be able to speak because she was hurt. So that's how I feel about it. Don't forget, subscribe to your boy's page. Hit the notification bell, subscribe button, like button. I mean, it's free. Do all those wonderful things, and you tell me who was right and who was wrong. You feel in this situation after what you know now, and don't forget to join the Patreon, because if you don't, you'll be behind like everybody else today. So, Carcino for life. I'm out. Oh yes, my cash app is Carcino. You know that by now. Deuces.